I was put on to this music video coming out. I think what was it, yesterday or the day before that? And I really wanted to watch it, so I have it on here right now. We've already seen the what is it, the Drake Nokia video. Thought that was a fun music experience, just a kind of underwhelming video a little bit. But Kendrick Lamar has released Luther. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for him to drop a video for it. Didn't think it would take this long. But here we are. Let's see what he got. If that, hold on, cause you can't just like, come on, man, kill the whole. Oh why do you keep stopping?
Wait.
Hold on, I'm confused. Oh. Oh my God. Yo, wait a minute. You got the OG playing his elevator music. Wait. You can't skip on the OG. Nobody comes close to this song. Is that LMA? It's not, but it's the first person I thought of. Wait, why you got a gun? What about this?
You with your connections if you wanted to.
Are y'all finished? You just keep going, then be mad when somebody explode. Oh my God, he's still going. But sometimes y'all just be speaking up at the wrong moment.
Sean, you seem on edge this stream. How's your morning, Seaman?
Asking me how my morning was at 10 p.m. at night. That wasn't a full sprint. Your niggas talking about we never seen you in a full. That wasn't even a full sprint. Look, I'm not trying to be messy or nothing, but I couldn't do this with anybody that wasn't my wife. And the thing is because like if I have to be this close, I don't understand how somebody from like you gotta at this point. It's too intimate of a scene. You can only fake it for so long. I don't care how professional you are. Like at this point, I'm looking deep into the depths of your soul. You have to see something. So no acting. Yeah, acting don't exist in my opinion. You mean that shit, and it's just the way it is. This world we're mad. Wait, no, go back. I mean, not that I want this world. Oh, of course I went back to this frame. Of course. It gets to a point in the relationship where you're kind of wondering what's next. If you're not married already, this is always where I stop. And I really hate myself for it. But like emotionally speaking, like this is gonna be that stage. And it's like, you know what? Ain't nothing up. Like we gotta just have a baby at this point. It gotta be a deeper level of intimacy here. You know, unless you're planning on getting married, it has to be a deeper. We gotta take this further. Like that's what this music video feels like to me. It's like it's like the next stage. This level of intimacy we can only explore and experience together as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand a version of myself deeper with you attached to me as opposed to anything that I would have found on my own. How do I commemorate this with something? Most of the time, for most people, that ends with a baby or marriage. But I'm just saying, outside of the common ways that it ends, I'm just saying that there's another level, there's a layer that both of you understand in moments like this. This is really all it's about right here. When you get to the end and you see and you hear the Luther track playing in the background, this is what the vibe is. This is like that back soundtrack. I don't know why. It's like it like is the icing on top. It commemorates the entire intimate moment. It makes it all make sense. You get what I'm saying? In a way that I will be honest and say even the original, or in a way that honestly I'll be say the Luther track from Kendrick and SZA doesn't compare to. And that kind of that messes with me a little bit. It does. Because the inclusion of the song I think is also its biggest kryptonite within the video, because I'm like, damn, you can't replicate this moment at all. You can't. I love what they did by sampling the song and doing their own version, but it's like the OG is the OG and nothing comes close. And so, like, I get it and I like it, but it comes at the track's detriment just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's way more poppy and by default way less intimate than the moments that you can see here, where they're very much so like almost believably in a relationship with whoever they're in the camera with. And I think that is beautiful. That's fantastic, but it makes it feel more like a romantic short film than it does its own music video. You feel what I'm saying? When I get to the end, I'm like, dude, this is bringing up memories. This is bringing up all types of shit. Now, clearly I wasn't slow dancing to fucking Luther Vandross with my girl, because that's not our era, but we had our moments. We had our music. You get what I'm saying? I just get it. You know, I feel it. I feel it like deep down in the pit of my spirit. That's just what it is. And this brings up another interesting point. I will ask. I don't want to be one of those, you know, R&B back in the day used to be, you know, ass niggas. I don't. But when you hear stuff like this and then you hear it be repackaged and represented, do y'all feel like we're losing the essence of the true intimacy that R&B, I'm not going to say it's supposed to always bring, but genuinely brought in the earlier parts of its era? Do you feel like we missing that? And do you feel like it's a bad thing that the only time that we get it referenced and like put on a big display is when it's repurposed for a hip hop record? And at least in 2025, in the previous couple years, when you heard those like really R&B centric cuts that made you feel like I could play this when I'm having my most intimate moment with my lover or the person that I'm with or something like that. Like, do you have any R&B records from this era that make you feel like when I think about this song, I think of this person? You have that? Because if you don't, I feel like there's nothing wrong with entertaining that conversation of what's happening to my R&B. Love that hip hop is acknowledging R&B songs in this way. I love it too. It's the best way to keep it alive in a way that I don't feel like it's gentrifying it. But I do still feel sad for the state of current R&B that we got to keep going back to get records like this. And even the record that it's referencing is getting me more emotional than the song. But I don't think that this is, you know, just trying to make a hit off an old record. I do definitely see a level of appreciation. You could tell from the intro of the song, the vocal samples that he's using, that Kendrick really wants people to know that this song is fire because Luther Vandross meant so much to the black community as I've been growing up and as the world has been growing up. Like, he just he probably feels like he don't get enough shine probably. So I think Kendrick 100% just knows, yeah, this is just, I want to put this here because he means so much to me. But I still do feel worried about, like, okay, where's the next R&B record that make me feel like that? Where is that gonna be at? And not that it gotta sound the same, but it gotta make me feel like that. R&B to me is all about emotion. I gotta just like, damn, bro, this is just hitting my soul. We don't need to stay in 90s R&B, but I want something that make me feel moments as intimate as that era and obviously previous, because we got Luther like Vandross playing right now.